Good morning and welcome to JJ's show. We're going to have some fun today. Hopefully you learn a little something.
Giddy up, man. Let's whip this horse.
Yeah.
There we go, brother. We are going live in 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. We are here with a very special guest this morning. The man with the magical T-test, man, and such a, oh, dude, I can't tell you how much I love that. You know, my wife even loved it, and she doesn't like anything.
She's like, Mikey, you don't even like it.
Right. Well, I'm glad she did because the whole thing I was looking for was make sure that people were entertained, but at the same time they were able to learn something. So I'm glad somebody got something out of it.
What better way to learn than by being entertained? You know, truthfully, if you're entertained, you learn a little bit more. You pay closer attention if you're digging what the guy's saying or the gal's saying and the way they're saying it. And really, I just loved what you put together there. And I'm looking forward to hearing your story. And, you know, we might as well just get this ball rolling. And so my first question for everybody that comes on the show is always the same. It's how, when, and why did you get involved with Kangen Water? And were you a skeptic like I was?
I think I was beyond skeptical. I tell you the truth, I was more skeptical at selling the machines than I was about drinking the water. It was June 2016, and let me take that back, 2015. And a young lady calls me about 11 o'clock at night, and she tells me, hey, I'm on my way to your house. I'm bringing you some water.
Say what?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, did I make a post or did I say something where I need water? Am I out of water? What's going on? So I was like, what are you talking about? She said, just trust me. Please do this for me. I was like, all right. So she showed up, sure enough, at my door, 2 gallons of water, and asked me if I would please drink them for the next couple of days. So I was like, okay, well, what's in the water? What'd you do? But they were sealed, so I wasn't really like, okay. So just trust me. She goes, special water. I just need to know how you feel. I trust your opinion. I ask that you please drink it. All right, cool. So if you know anything about me, like most people know, most people close to me know, I don't sleep. It would be like 2 o'clock in the morning, you could reach me. 4 o'clock in the morning, you could reach me. I would go to sleep and then I'd be back up again and everything before everybody else got up. And that's how I was every day. If in the middle of the day I got tired, I'd probably close my eyes for about 5 seconds and I go back to it. But I always felt like I wasn't up to my best because of the fact that I didn't sleep. That night she brought it. I was working on my computer. I drank about a quarter of the gallon. I walked into the room to go sit down. I can't remember. I went to the room. I was going to throw on the TV. I sat down. I closed my eyes for a second. When I opened my eyes again, I got up. It was 7 o'clock. I got dressed. I left. I didn't think too much of it. I took a gallon with me. And at the time, I was working as a regional manager for Uber. So I would sign up all the Uber drivers out here in Mexico. And I drank the water all that day, normal day. I get home about 6 o'clock. My cousin Bianchi texts me, asked me if I'm coming by. I said, yeah. In fact, where are you right now? We can meet up. I sent the text. I took my boot off. I sat back on the bed, and I closed my eyes for a second. I woke up. It was 8 o'clock. I got dressed in the morning. I got dressed, and I left. And I sat there for a second thinking, did I really just sleep all the way through the night? And sure enough, I slept all the way through until 8 o'clock in the morning. And I figured I must just be tired. That has to be what it is. You know, it's been a while, so I'm tired. So that next day, I took the gallon with me. I drank it. And I got home 6:30, sat down, woke up again 7 o'clock the next day. So I was thinking, well, maybe it is the water, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this next day and I won't drink the water. So I didn't drink the water the next day, and I was tired. I got home. I didn't go to sleep until about 4 o'clock. I woke up again at 6, you know, my regular routine that I'm used to. So I was like, well, maybe something's to it. So I ended up meeting with Tim Baca, and she told me who it was. It was Tim Baca. I went to his spot, and I said, just explain to me what it is, because I need to know. So he told me a little bit, and he's saying what it is, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And I said, well, do this. I want to test it out. Give me like 12. Give me a bunch of gallons. I think I took like 20 gallons home of water. And I said, I'm gonna do the ultimate test. I'm gonna take it to my kids to see if they drink it. If my kids drink it, then I know something must be up to it. Well, before I left, he asked me if I would stay for a demo, and this man named Alec Lung, I don't know if you know what Alec Lung is. He did a demo, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not listening. I'm not really there. It wasn't until he said that everybody that's born is born in amniotic fluid, which is basically water, and it's slightly alkaline, that everything went click, 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 click. It just like started making sense. And I remember all the what going to the store and alkaline is a water new thing, and you got to get alkaline water and all this stuff. And I'm like, we're all born slightly alkaline. So if we're doing all this acidic stuff, isn't that like reversing the process? I mean, and so it just kind of started sticking out. So I still at that time was like, well, I'll see. So I take it home. And I know this is kind of going on, but you guys, this is my story. This is what happened. I take the water home, and I told my kids, it was a Thursday, I said, listen, y'all drink this water. Don't drink the reverse osmosis. Don't drink the water from the fridge. Drink this for the next couple of days. Just tell me what you think. And as kids are, they're like, whatever, Dad. Okay. Don't make no sense. Cool. I leave Thursday. I get home that night. The house is clean. The music's going. It's a real good vibe in the house and everything. So I'm like, okay, go to bed. Next day, get up. My son's up early, which I don't know if y'all know. Well, you wouldn't know. For him to be up early was shocking. And it doesn't happen often or at all. So when he was up, I was like, whoa. And but I didn't think too much of it. They went to drink the water. Come Sunday, they were down to the last gallon. Dad, are you gonna get more water? I said, no, y'all just drink what we got and everything, and then go back to the fridge. Monday morning, I leave to work. When I came home, the house is dirty. My youngest babies are on the floor and they're passed out. My son and my daughter are inside the kitchen, and both their mouths are dry. Her hair is all over the place. I'm like, what is going on? Why is it so messed up in here? My son looks at me real slow. He says, Dad, can we please get some water? I said, go in there, drink the water from the fridge, or go get the water. So my little baby comes in. She walks in. Daddy, can we get water? And I was like, why do you want? We can't drink the water in there. It tastes like bleach.
And that was all she wrote. Right? Out of the mouths of babes, man. Nothing but the truth.
I just got done fighting cancer. My mom was fighting cancer. And I was like, I got to get this machine. I got to get it. Let me see what happens. So I was like, what I got to do to get a machine? I signed up for one of those Takari, whatever it is. And I'm telling all the people. Yeah, I'm telling all the people about it. And he ended up getting so much traffic from me telling people. He was like, you got to start selling the machines. I'm like, I'm not selling machines. Sell a machine for what? I don't want to sell no machines. I said, just give me a machine. Take the credit. You can have it, whatever, and everything. Just make sure I get a machine eventually. And I became 3A in a couple of months just from, telling all the people. And it was mostly just because of my excitement, how much I really wanted this water and what it was doing for me. And things I've seen over time. Like even still, when somebody comes to me and they tell me, I was drinking your water and all of a sudden I feel this way. Or like I had one lady, she came and she said, when I saw her, she looked like crap. She really looked bad. She was sick. She had been sick for about a week. And she tells me she drinks the water 1 gallon and she feels better. And I'm like, I had another girl, she was fighting cancer. She had a tumor inside her breast. And she hard-headed, would not drink the water for nothing. I mean, she's a good friend of mine named Sarah, but she's so hard-headed. I finally get her to start drinking the water. She's taking, what is it when you do when you're taking cancer, you start doing the chemo. She's doing chemo. She's drinking about 3 gallons a day, and after chemo is walking for 9 miles. And if you know anybody that does chemo, you don't feel like walking anywhere. She's walking 9 miles. She's doing great. She's losing weight. She's looking good. Goes to her cancer doctor. The tumor shrunk. She's in remission. She tells him that she's drinking Kangen water. He said, "Can I walk you out to the car?" When he gets out there, he said, "Listen, I can't talk about it inside." He said, "But keep drinking Kangen water. I know all about it. It's the best thing for you. If I could, I would prescribe it to every patient, but I'm not allowed to." And it just like it still gets me, to this day. You could, I guess the reason why I'm still a skeptic, that's why I'm so hard about this. I keep trying every single day. I find ways, prove to me this water's not good for me, that it's not good for you. Find a water that's better. If I could go to the store right now and pay $5 for a piece of some kind of water, and I don't have to pay for a machine, I'll do it. I have not found anything yet. There's not one thing out there. So until then, no, it's not gonna happen.
Because again, you just won't. It's all about the freshness from the spring that you have right on your sink.
Lightning in a bottle, man. The lightning in a machine right there.
Yeah, we call it the lightning bolt in a box. I didn't come up with that. I got that from Dr. Michael. But you know what? Somehow I had a feeling this was going to be a really special episode because, and what you just said, you said that you used the Takurai sales kit to get yourself involved with this, correct?
Real good conversation before it froze just now. And we're talking about Bugs Bunny, and it was awesome and had me laughing like crazy. This is a great show, and I hope y'all stay tuned in and watch more of his shows going in the future. Oh, you're back. Yeah. Are you back? Okay.
Yeah, we're here. Right. You froze up there for a second, and actually you just froze up again. But right. As soon as you come back, we'll talk some more. But you, as far as what I think I just heard, my nickname's Helen because I'm deaf and blind, and I got my hearing aids turned all the way up. But anyway, I thought I heard you say that you utilized the Takurai sales kit to get yourself involved with this.
So under my name, I did it under my name for the Takurai, and I ended up not using it. I just like, well, I'm not going to. So I went to my wife's name. I was like, hey, let's do it under your name. And then I went and took it under my business name.
Okay.
So it was a challenge. It was a challenge, but eventually went and got it. And now I'm a 4A. I just came 4A a couple of weeks ago. And
okay. All right.
The funny thing is, I'm not even trying to. Everybody's going for the goal is 6A. Like I don't want to go for 6A. My whole thing is I want to find people that are more skeptical than me, and I want to watch their faith and say, "Oh shit, you're right." I mean, excuse me, language. I don't know if I can say that, but I love seeing the look on their face. I love seeing a skeptic. Yeah, I love seeing a skeptic go, "No way," and I change their mind. Because it'll help solidify my mind, and that's what my drive. I'm kind of hyped for that. That's like my, that's kind of my chi, I guess you could say.
That's right. That's your motivation.
Exactly.
So when you ended up getting your machine, Rico, you ended up getting it. Did you use a Magic financing, or did you go through like one of the credit card companies or something like that, or just paid for it outright? What did you end up doing?
No, I have if you have somebody out there who cares about you, that will hear you out, like really what happened with me, if I know it was God's intervention, because a very good man in my life, he's my big brother, my uncle, you know what I mean? He it's crazy. He was like, listen, I heard about the water, let's talk. And we made a plan for both of us to go in on a machine. We got our first machine. And then now we have 4 machines, I think 4 or 5 machines, and we just kept building. And just the reason what happened is he sat me down one day and he goes, I got to tell you something. He goes, I think this is meant to be. And he pulls out this, the thing that comes inside the box that talks about the machine, how to use the machine? He found one tucked inside of his house that he bought. The people that had it there before, that had the house, they left it there. And he was playing around and found it underneath by a refrigerator and was like, I found this. He goes, I remember when I came to this house that I remember the machine and I remember this water tasted so good. He was like, this is meant to be. And I was like, oh, wow. This is,
Well,
I mean, you know, and I'm a Taurus. I'm, you know, like this, you know what I mean? So it was like, I still didn't believe, but he's still here and he's still with me. He's like, man, he pushes me and he motivates me, and I want to do good by him to make sure that I get this out there and build him up, build us up, you know? So if you were thinking about getting a machine, if you know you can't do financing, you can't you know, do the payments. Find the loved one. Go with your family. Everybody chip in. Get one. Have one person thing that you feel like, hey, look, we'll put it under you. We'll all have access to it, and then we'll just keep building that way and keep getting machines and everything and build yourself up. That's the best way I could think y'all to do. This isn't something that you say, hey, I can't do it. I mean, you can't not do it. If you came down to it and it's like, hey, I just found out I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and I've been told I only got 6 months, and they're talking about medicines that I got to pay out of the thousands I don't have insurance to cover. You know, what do you have as a solution? I'm going to look at you and be like, you thirsty? Have a cup. You know, drink up. Here you go. Get a machine, you know, and do it. Not only are you going to help yourself get better, you know, not saying it'll cure it. We're not saying that. But not only will you start feeling better, but you'll also be able to make your finances. So if you do have to get some medicine, here you go. Do it. You would do it. You jump all over it. But people, we think backwards. We say, hey, I'm in necessity. Maybe now I'll go for it. This is a preparation thing. You know, do it now before you have to go and get it. Do it now before you have to come into circumstances like that. That's why I did that hydration test. You know what I mean? You think you're drinking all this water. Oh, like, you know how many times you told people, you drink water? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I drink water all the time. You're like, yeah, but you're not hydrated. What do you mean I'm not hydrated? I drink a gallon a day. I don't care if you drunk 5. You're not hydrated. I'll bet you a machine that I can guarantee to you that you're not hydrated. And you're going to drink 1 gallon of mine to 1 gallon of yours, and you're going to feel the difference. Willing to bet? Yeah. We'll have a lot more machines if they actually took the bet. That would be nice.
I love it. Oh man, I just absolutely love your style, brother. I mean, it's just so freestyle, you know, and straightforward, and you know, just nothing but the truth, you know, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, you know. Here you go. Let's have it.
When I first started, I tried doing the whole, hi.
Right.
About the water?
No, you got to stay with what the OG is in us, man. I mean, I was the same way, you know, listening to salespeople, and I got to just come out and smack you in the mouth and then hug you and see how you handle it.
There you go. There you go. Take this kick in the ass and a sweet kiss on the cheek, and it'll be all right.
That's it, man. Just know that smacks out of love, man, but nothing but the TRUFE. I'm just trying to give you the truth.
Exactly. There you go. You know, it's a sad day that we're, you know, it's been for a while that, you know, they got us convinced and everything that we could, hey, all you got to do is go pop a pill, you'll be all right. You know, go to the doctor, trust what they're saying. You know, they're telling you everything. And I'm like, today, I don't know if about y'all, but there's some times where I can say you have a lot of people that are skeptical. You've been skeptical yourself. But then there's those times that come where you're like, I was right. I was absolutely right, you know? And today, for the first time ever, and I've been talking about the water for the longest time, my uncle commented on my post and said, good job. It was a good presentation. If y'all looked under there, my uncle's a doctor. Ooh. And not just any doctor. He's a badass. He's been a doctor for a long time, MD. His wife, my auntie, is a doctor. And for him to say that, and I'd be like, well, first of all, you're wrong about this, that, whatever it may be. That really says something to me. You know, it would take a lot for you to convince me that what I'm dealing with isn't right. So I don't have to sugarcoat anything. I don't have to talk to you in a specific way. You know, you may not see me in a suit right now, but I guarantee you what I'm doing is right.
Right.
I know it.
That's exactly the case. Just like my brother Wetzel said, I still think about this all the time. When he said this a long time ago, he said, we have something here that we don't have to apologize for, something that we can be proud of. And I still have yet to meet anybody that has actually drank and used this water that that isn't proud of what they're doing and grateful for having this in their lives. And is that something that you agree with there, Rico?
Yeah, except for the ones that don't do it right. I don't know if you guys, if you ever had somebody and they're like, well, I drank it and nothing happened. Don't get frustrated.
Somebody slap me.
Right, I know I'm not the only one. Like, you dumbass, you didn't drink that water. You kept that jug in your trunk for I don't know how many days, and you pulled it out, and you're like, you stick it in the fridge, and then you're like, what is that? And then your kid went and got some, and you're like, what are you drinking? I don't know if that's still good. You smelled it, and you're like, all right, you took a little drink, and you're like, I didn't feel nothing. Come on, man.
Right.
I know it's skeptical. Just say, hey, I don't believe you. It's cool. I would appreciate if you look me straight in my face, I don't believe you. Great. Why? That's all I want to know. Why? We can go from there. I mean, shoot, I would do the same thing. At least why? Why don't you believe? Okay, so what is it about it that you don't believe? Okay, let's go from there, but don't get frustrated. You can have all kinds of people and everything, man, that will get a machine. I had one lady that she got a machine, and she came in and just paid outright. Did not get a demo, has not went and seen the demo, does not know how to use the machine, whatever it may be. When I finally showed her, fell in love with her machine. She can't live without it, So, like you said, there's going to be those that actually do drink it. They see the benefits, they feel the benefits. You couldn't convince them different. But you'll have one or two, pieces of pepper that fall amongst the salt that's like, hey,
it's okay.
I don't believe it,
Well, it's like I tell people, man, I mean, look, all we're trying to do is throw passes. We're trying to throw passes, and all we want people to do is put their hands up. It's when you're trying to throw passes to cats running down the field with their hands down, hitting them in the back of the head, and they're getting mad at you because you drilled them in the back of the bean. And you're like, brother, all you got to do is turn around and catch the thing and run it to the house. That's all I'm asking you to do. But they fight it, that indoctrination. Well, my 8th grade chemistry teacher told me that, and you're like, right. It's today technology is evolved. What a lot of people don't realize is this technology is older than my crusty old ass, and I'll be 50 on the 31st. Or as Bugs Bunny would say, the hoity-toys.
Right.
There's a little reference to that earlier, folks. So if anyone just joined, we ain't just popping that out of nowhere, even though Wetzel's known to do that from time to time.
We had a real good conversation about Bugs Bunny. For all you Bugs Bunny watchers, and especially Wile E. Coyote, man, salute to y'all. You know what I mean? You know the good stuff, and you appreciate the good stuff. We miss the good stuff.
Yeah, we got to bring it back.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's just a matter of finding people that want the truth. That's my estimation.
Yeah, definitely.
You can beat a cat over the head with it all day long, but if he's too obstinate, if he's too hard-headed, I got a guy called me last night, just real quick. I've been talking to him about it for years. He's a cannabis grower. He talks about the, trichomes. He talks about all these different things that are really out of my league, in the context of understanding the medicinal value of it, And he's calling me to tell me he's dying. And my man just wanted to get this off his chest. So I listened to him. Spots on his lungs. He's got breathing equipment on. Then my man, as I call him, videotape his ass, Facebook message. We start visiting. I'm trying to tell him, go get the water from a friend of mine. This cat lives between Hatter, Montana and the Canadian border. Okay, so he's up in the middle of nowhere. Well, I can't make it to town and blah, blah, blah. Well, as we're talking, he can't go get the water. My man has the audacity to all this stuff he's just talked to me about, take off his oxygen and light up a stove, a cigarette. I wanted to reach through that camera and just Dave Chappelle slap. I could not believe that this cat had just the nerve to do that as he's telling me he can't go get water. I'm like, those smokes ain't growing out of your ankles, man. You going into town to get those. You can't go dial in with my man Bigford and get some high quality agua. Come on, man.
I'm glad it was you and not me.
Oh,
I really do. I feel bad you had to see it, but I feel it's better than you and me because I don't think nah, that would have been nah.
No, I cussed his ass out. I got on him like a cheap suit, man.
You know,
like white on rice.
Speaking of cannabis, back in the day, I had my time. You know what I mean? As a young man,
Sure.
I would go through lots and lots of weed when it was cool to sneak it. You know, you didn't go and walk around here and everything, be like, hey, you ready to blaze? You know what I mean? You looked at the guy across the thing, you caught eyes with each other, and you're like, and then that's how it happened.
That's it.
So I had my time. I don't anymore. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I had this surgeon I know, Doug Vaughn. He hit me up and he was like, hey, I want you to get into the CBD with me. I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. I don't hear nothing about that. I don't want to do, I'm done. I don't want it. I'm all about CBD now. I will tell you right now.
No, it ain't no joke.
If you can get see, like at the shop that the guy I told you about that helped me, my brother, we have CBD there. Great quality stuff, great price. So definitely come down and see us at Eastern Oils, located on 6320 Lynn Avenue Northeast.
Bam, nice.
So the thing is anybody that is growing weed, if you're a weed grower, when you're trying to grow and you're trying to get the most out of your plant, you want to get a good crop, you're gonna have to go and make sure you tend to the soil, bring in the nutrients that need to be. That means you're gonna be paying a lot of dollars to go and maintain the alkalinity or the acidity of the soil. It's not easy to do. It's tough to do. If you're gonna see a good crop, you've got to maintain that. Your soil is your money. It's your bread and butter to bring out your best crop. However, if you have a Kangen machine, you only need one thing, one setting. It's called beauty water. I have a cousin, and he's on my timeline, and he shocked me. He went and grew some plants with all his nutrients, everything he's using, and he done one with just using beauty water. He hasn't put anything else, just beauty water. He has already started to go and pull a crop from it already. It's only been 3 months. It's full grown, and it's gorgeous. Yeah. And he's getting ready to go and sell it all and everything because he has his license grow. And he's convinced he will not do it. You should see him bringing gallons and gallons of beauty water and everything come water his plants. He makes me laugh, but he swears by it. So if anybody is talking about, well, I'm all about growing, great. You want to grow, that's your thing, cool. But if you want to go and eliminate all the money you're throwing away by going and get all these things to go and maintain the soil to have its right, alkalinity or its right pH, get beauty water, guaranteed.
6.0 pH, man. I got a couple growers doing that. In fact, there's some stuff online that speaks directly to that in the money-making capacity of just the technology on top of what he's doing. And they're all buying the Super SD501. Because we're rocking the hemp scene. When that whole federal bill released it from the whole dangerous drug thing in 2018, which took way too long.
Right.
We're up here in Montana and Big Sky Country, and we got alfalfa out in this field around our ass in this country. So we're gonna grow hemp, man. Right now the sexy girl on the streets walking around in fishnets and stilettos, listening to Morris Day and The Time. I mean, that's CBD oil. That's what everybody wants. But I think the girl we're gonna ultimately want to marry is gonna have to do with the technology enhancing components of the carbon that's in the stocks that you don't grow for flower. I mean, they're charging tablet batteries and cell phones in like 15 seconds, going from 5% to 100%. They're testing that right now, So, I think that's ultimately the girl we want to marry right now. That piece of tail we're all trying to capitalize on is that CBD system, man. And she's definitely giving people the real deal about what it's all about and how it coordinates with the body.
2.5 on her leaves. You know what I'm saying? 2.5
Dust mites. Yeah.
That's it. This machine is a powerhouse, man. What kills me?
Damn.
I don't know if y'all been to Vegas, Nerdy, but I remember when he got up on stage and he said, for you to buy a franchise, say you want to get a Kentucky Fried Chicken, you want to get anything. The only thing that came to my mind, I guess I'm hungry. I don't know. But like
Popeyes.
But yeah, you want to get a
Chick-fil-A.
franchise. You're paying $100 grand, $200 grand. You're paying out the wazoo to go and get you a franchise. We have franchises right on our sink, right next to our sink that we went and got, you know, for pennies on the dollar. You know what I mean? Like literally, we paid nothing to get a franchise, and we'll be able to make millions from it. And there's no overhead besides the water. I mean, you can't say that. Everybody out there, business owners, I know you know what I'm talking about, man. If y'all talk about you savvy in business and you got a business, you know, so you do it, you like to boast, okay, cool. Bring your numbers, I'll bring my numbers. You tell me which one's going to have the more lucrative business, man. Which one's going to last the longest? Everybody drinks water. Don't go without water. You're going to make my business even better. I'm just saying. Go without water for a week. You'll see me. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. You can keep drinking a soda. We'll talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead. Hit that Red Bull.
Sip it again. Sip it again. You know what I mean?
Hit that Red Bull and watch your heart start beating about 100 times a minute and see if you can look at me with a straight face and not sweating like Ted Stryker on Airplane.
I told you you're going to love my brother Wetzel.
Oh, my God. Bro, when you said me and you could not hang out, man, I'm telling you right now, we get in trouble. It would just be like, it would be over.
We'd set the world on fire one way or the other, man. I'd like to think that positivity. And we all know that brother was sweating like a stuck pig, man.
He
Just
was
water
his
pouring.
ass off, man. He needs some water. Shit. Oh man, I'm telling you, like, I mean, that's only way it's so much better now. So much better now. It's just time to just be real and just let people know about it and just, you know, I don't give a damn no more. You know what I mean? You know, all the ones that are naysayers and they're like, okay, whatever he's talking about. And, you know, I don't blame you. How many times have you heard so many things about, oh, this will be great for you. This will be great. And, oh, I got the newest thing. And you want to lose weight. And I'm like, listen, it's real easy, real simple. Like, it don't make it more difficult. If they're not telling you this, if people coming to you with anything besides this, then you don't need to listen. Put it like that. Your body is 60 to 75% water. 60 to 75% water. Your lungs are 88%. Your brain 90%. Your skin itself and everything. Water. You have water. Everything. Everything is water. So think on that. When you were born slightly alkaline, 7.3. Your blood, if you let's say, hopefully you don't get sick. I hope nobody gets sick. I hope nothing happens to y'all. I'm just saying. But if you go to the hospital and you get sick, the first thing they're going to do is going to give you an IV. You know why they didn't give you an IV? The IV is made to match a 7.3 pH, so it'll bring your blood up. You have a fever, it'll bring your blood down. If you're dehydrated, it'll go and bring it up. That IV is going to help you, and it's at a pH of 7.3. They understand this. They know the base. You go to the hospital and you're sick, the first thing they don't give you a pill. They don't sit there and tell you, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and hook you up with this drug. They give you water. It's saline water, but it's water. Your body is 70% water. So think, if you need to get yourself healthy, if you know that you're getting sick, drink the damn water. Drink water. Now, what quality of water? You know, are you going to go to the back of your toilet, you know, get a cup, pop in some lemon, little sugar? Of course not. You're going to go for the best quality water there is. So that way you have the best results out of it. Simple enough. If you're going to go get something that doesn't have water in it, it's going to do opposite to your body than you truly want it to. So, yeah, all you out there like, oh, I'm taking this powder and I mix it with water. And then I mean, you know what's really benefiting you? The water. Yeah. Your body's only like taking in 14, 12% of the actual nutrients of whatever it is that you put in the water in the first place. What's helping you is the water. Oh, you can't make breast milk? Is it hard for you to make breast milk? Oh, mother's tea. You're going to take the milk thistle. Is that what you're going to do? Great. What did you mix that with? Water. That water is helping you. That's what's making you, oh, no, I have my wife drink a beer. You know what I mean? Because the beer. Beer goes gets your breast going real good, and it gets the milk. Man, I got you, man. What's in that beer?
Right. Water?
Come on, man. Water.
Right.
Your water's helping you. If you don't, I mean, think about it, man. That's going to be the quickest way for your body to adjust to anything. Water. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can understand. You're hearing all these other things, all these great things out here. Take this powder, sip this juice, take that tea, take that pill. Okay, cool. Totally understand. You're skeptical. You don't want to pay another dollar for something. You're feeling like crap. Your body's feeling like crap. Your family's feeling like crap. And you got all these things thrown at you. You already spent thousands of dollars on all this other junk. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
Drink some water. That's all
No.
I'm saying. We didn't even tell you about it yet. Just drink some water. Drink the water and see how you feel. Here, I'll give you water for a while so you feel better, okay? Here you go. Drink the water. Now, when you're ready to get a machine, who you going to go to? You're going to go and check in at a Magic Express.
Nice plug. Nice promo, big fella.
MagicExpress.kongandemo.com. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Rico, I got you. But, hey, now, how you doing? All right. So, yeah, man. It's totally understandable. All y'all out there, Nerdy Man, say you guys are crazy. I don't see how y'all on here doing this show, talking about this water like it's the greatest thing. Like, what you should be asking yourself is, man, why are them dudes having such a good-ass time talking about water?
Right.
We are literally cracking up. Before we got on here, we was talking about having a good time. We're having a good time. We're enjoying life, and we're going to continue to do so. And we're going to stay focused, and we're not worried about if you're going to get on a machine or not right now. You know what I mean? Eventually, we'll see you. You know, we'll see you. And it's going to, hopefully it's not going to be at that time where you're like, damn, there's nothing I could do. Hopefully I can make it a little bit more easier on you while you transition. But, you know, we'll see you soon.
No, that's it. It's just a matter of time. You know, when you break it down, sometimes, you know, it took me at times over the years just in class or something, 4, 5, 6 times to put something together. Then once I did, then I was on it like milk on cereal, you know, but sometimes it took me a minute. So sometimes I look at some of the obstinance and I look at just the indoctrination of some of these folks, man. It's like, hey, man, I watch all these pretty people on commercials taking Exelafin. You know, and you're like, all right, man. Well, then they ain't for your ugly ass, man. It's only for pretty people. I'll kid around, you know. But at the end of the day, man, we've just got to understand the simple premise that your body's made of water. Hey, let me drop this on you like it's hot, Snoop Dogg style.
Right.
I learned that we're born 93% water, and our pH, like you said, it's right on the money. 7.2 to 7.4, 7.365, ideally, from what I gathered. By the time we die of old age or disease, we're under 50% water, and our pH is under 5. So if you're looking at the, you know, distance between 7.2, 7.3, and 5, you're looking at 400 or 500 times loss of hydrogen, and we've lost almost half our water. If that doesn't resonate with people, half the time I'm heading for the door, because it's like, it's that simple. When you look at all our diseases and conditions, they're predicated on dehydration perpetuated by acidosis, you know, and everything we're drinking is acidic. So it's just, you know, like you were talking about the absorbing 12 to 14%. Shannon Stratton, our man in the sports nutrition world, he told us without Kangen, we're getting about 15% utilization. So it's like taking a vitamin and then not being surprised when we're peeing a highlighter, you know, and when you drink Kangen, you're actually upping the intake, you're upping the absorption level from 15 to 85%. So you're getting at least a B, you know, on your test, and you're not failing miserably in terms of just utilization or absorption of anything, even the CBD. I have people taking CBD.
Stop. If anybody, did anybody just hear that? Am I the only one who heard that? I'm like, what the fuck? I mean,
it's that simple.
My hair stood up. I'm tripping. I'm like, right now, I'm like,
6.5 times improvement of absorption. Yeah.
You know,
throw that in your quiver when you pull out an arrow.
That's scary. That's scary. You know what I mean? That make you want to cry because you think something is so simple. So simple.
Yeah.
But you know what? Why do you think Coca-Cola is so rich? Why do you think Pepsi? Balling. All they said was, when you go to dinner, we want you to think to drink a Coke with your dinner instead of drinking water. That's all they said. That was their focus. We got to make tap water, make water the last thing people think about. You know, the most acidic crap you could put in your body at this time that will suck the life out of you, literally. It sucks the life out of your bones, your skin. They pushing it like crack, you know what I'm saying? And we're just sucking it up. And because it tastes good, the taste is good, and then it goes to your brain, and oh my God. And the whole time you're doing this, 50%.
Yeah. I didn't mean to throw you that Mike Tyson haymaker, man, but you took it on the chin fairly well.
That hit me hard. I'm almost, you know, I feel like you know what, I'm gonna try not to have an attitude when I talk to people now, man. I'm like, listen here, for real. Did you hear that shit? Like, I don't even want to talk to you. If you heard that and you still got, we ain't got nothing to say.
It's like, again, back to my airplane reference. It's like that lady that started losing their mind. You want to take those people that don't grab what you're saying and just shake the hell out of her. Give her a slap, line up. You got lead pipes. You got boxing gloves on. Everyone's waiting in line to just jock this lady in the jaw because she's lost her damn mind. That's how I feel, man. You know, God bless it. Sometimes in that context, I feel like Lloyd Bridges when he picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue when this shit goes down.
Oh my God, bro, your visuals are crazy. I'm telling you, man.
You can't tell I'm a child of the 70s.
Everybody was lined up to go hit that chick, man.
They were lined up like I need to get some of that jaw.
I'm like, I wonder, I think you should repeat it. That's what I like to me, I'm like, I want a t-shirt that says that shit and walk around with it and literally look people in the eye like.
Okay. Hold that thought. I got something for you. Just hold that thought. Keep talking. You've got to keep going. Hey, so let me get you back on the right track because I can be a little distracting, but it's relevant. It's relevant. It's just a matter of helping people understand how we feel when we're caring about someone, when we're sincerely, directly, passionately trying to help them, whether they're overweight or whether they got arthritis or whether they're dealing with something that they've got a whole lot. I got cats in their 40s carrying around those little tablets that got MTWTHFRSASU. And they've got 3 or 4 pills in them. It's like this, like, rite of passage. Oh, I'm getting old. So, hey, I get to have my little pill box, you know? And it's insane that people will be willing to accept that and head in that direction of medicine to manage their condition instead of taking the route of wellness to get in front and on top of that thing. And instead of, dragging yourself through the days, man, they're running like their ass cheeks are on fire when they're on Congo. And that's just it, Now, look, you got to understand, I was 5'4" and uglier than hell when I started drinking this. Now I'm 6'8", and, well, I'm still uglier than hell, man, but I'm taller.
I can't do it. This dude had me so sentimental and shit. All of a sudden, he just hit me with some funny shit. I feel so off guard. I
gotta show you something though. Hold on. Keep him occupied. Get him on the right track, JJ.
Man, that is crazy. We're gonna have to do some demos together, man. That's gonna be fun. I'm saying one day we're gonna have to put together like a huge event and just have people over, man.
I told you you're gonna love my brother Wetz, man. I love that boy.
You did not lie.
He's 5'20".
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
It's a good way
Lord.
to start the day right here. It's a good way to start the day. So let me ask you, what you said you were a skeptic. What made you like finally come around and say, hey, I'm gonna start drinking the water?
It was a story by an incredible angel named Brittany Dykes. She put out a post on Facebook saying that she was praying to die every day, every morning, every night. The first and last thing she would do is pray to God that today's her last day. She had this horrific autoimmune disease called scleroderma, and she was on like 19 different medications. She was in so much pain, she couldn't do anything. She was total brain fog, and you know, she was just trying to end it, hoping that it would end. And my buddy, my sponsor that I had been ignoring for 6 months and laughing at, and I never said a word about any of it. I just would give him likes and move on. I never stopped to read anything, look at anything. I always just thought water's water. I never even drank any water back then. I figured I got all my water from my Coke and my Gatorade and my Red Bull and my Sprite and my, you know, whatever. And I when I read Brittany's story, I actually hit that see more button on Facebook, and I read her story. And I remember the first words that she said were, when you drink regular water, your body can absorb maybe 20% of it at best. When you drink Kangen water, your body can absorb 80 to 90+%. And all of a sudden that just like turned on my brain cell. Because I'm kind of weird. Most people have like trillions of brain cells. I only have one. And all of a sudden my brain cell was turned on. And after reading that story, I called my buddy Tim up and said, dude, next time you're up here in Salt Lake, bring me some information about this Kong's water. And I started calling it Kong's water before I even knew what it was. And anyway, you know, that was the end of it. He brought me that video called Answers for a Thirsty World that Daniel Dimicali put together, and we watched it. It's about an hour and 49 minutes long, and my wife and I watched it, and at the end of that, she looked at me, I looked at her, and she said, I'll buy half if you buy half. And the rest is history, my friend. And it was a story that changed my life. And so my goal here with the Kong Family Show is to share stories. And the only way I can do that is by getting people to come in here and open up and share their wisdom, share their stories, share what's happened in their life, share the changes that have happened. And you know, as you know, I'm sure by now that we're not allowed to tell other people's stories, and we have to be really careful about the things that we say. And but we're allowed to tell our own stories. And you know, my story is what it is, yours is what it is, and Shawn's is what it is, and so on and so forth. You know, and we just have to, unfortunately, you know, the pharmaceutical companies can sit and blather up a storm every night and all day, and they can say whatever they want, but we've got to be careful about what we say. And that's fine and dandy with me, because we've got the truth on our side. And, you know, one thing I want to add before Shawn gets back in here and we continue on, something that really hit me hard in regards to water. And I don't know whether you've ever heard this, but I got this from Dr. Barry Awe. He said, when you go to a funeral where the person has chosen to be cremated, and they're in that, their body is now in that little urn, they call it, their ashes are in that urn. That's the part of their body that wasn't water. Whoa!
That brings a whole new definition to being ashy.
So what are you going to show him, Wetzel? What did you run and grab? Let's see it. This ought to be funny.
No, I'm just telling you. Hey, come on, Rico. I'm not joking, Robinson. Okay, dig it, dude. This is how I roll. Every once in a while, you just deal with it. And I got a T-shirt right here that's got Lloyd Bridges with that bottle of glue up his nostril with that look on his face like he damn lost his mind. And sometimes I wear it just for posterity's sake, man. You know, sometimes I'll just wear this and people are like, Where'd you get that shirt? And I'm like, look, I wear it because cats like you can't pick up when I'm laying down like a Chris Bryant grounder to end the 2016 World Series with a shitty grin on my face. Come on now. You know, and if you don't know, now you know.
Oh God.
He got a lot of flow for a Caucasian.
Man,
we gotta dial in, man.
Man, hey,
at the end of the day, for
real. Yeah, we
woo.
But hey, I am so glad. Man, I'm so glad, and I really do appreciate you getting me on the show, Jerry. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, you're on fire, man. You're on fire. And we caught that glimpse of that video. My man drops your video straight up the other day. I'm dying. I'm like, this guy, man. I swear we might be related and just the sarcasm.
Hey, I'm telling you. I think you might be a cousin. I think you might be a cousin.
Right. You know, we got albinos down the bloodline from time to time. That's it.
It's nose. I'm telling you.
No, but I saw you dropping that video with just that nostril flare and that eyeball raise, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy. And that's exactly how I'll try and get people's attention sometimes. You know, you'll say, and then a lot of times people will say the goofiest stuff back like they don't get it. And again, you're like Bugs Bunny, where you're looking at them, and then you look for that camera. And you just kind of look and just kind of stare at it blindly, like, what?
Right.
So it's just a matter of trying to be patient, not changing the flavor of our game, man. Sometimes I try to vanilla it for people that need kid gloves on, and I just got to bring them the dark chocolate because it's stronger, it's more healthy for you, and it's just the truth. So, and it's more flavorful.
A lot more flavorful.
So it's just a matter of helping people dig it.
If it comes down to it, I'm somehow, some way, I'm gonna make it out your guys' way. I'm gonna make that my goal. I'm gonna make it out your guys' way, and we're gonna do a demo. We are gonna do a freaking live demo, and it's gonna be kick ass. And we're gonna put all this truth right down the throat of you.
Just grabbing them, just force feeding them. Eat your peas, you little shit. You ain't leaving this dinner table until you eat these peas.
You know what I'm saying? They look at us and everything like Stu talking about, who the hell do you think you are? You know, and just shove it right. And you know what I mean? Just take it. Take it.
Just drink it. You sound like that old brother on Weird Science when he's sitting there, Anthony Michael Hall sitting there, and he's like, I don't know. And he's like, drink it.
Eat the
drink
cake.
It.
Eat the cake. Man. That's the part of the body that was not water.
Yeah.
I definitely can't wait to be there for that demo. You know, in fact, you're probably going to be up here in our neck of the woods if you're coming to the big hoo-ha in Vegas in September.
Is that right?
I know we're both going to be there, and so we're looking forward to getting a chance to meet you there, and maybe we can figure out a way to
set up a table right there in the hallway in the corridor, man, and just light it up. Global.
We'll have the global people rolling, baby.
3 amigos bringing it.
Oh yeah. Hashtag goals. Hashtag my sister made me do it. Hashtag. You know, bro, I'm so fired up. I want people, man. I'm telling you, every video I do, everything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that I'm right in their face with it, and it's coming to you raw.
Yeah,
it's coming to you raw. I want you to, if you walk away talking about, and I don't want to do it, I want to make sure that you feel stupid when you walk away. Like it's like I have no reason to walk away and say no right now, so I'm gonna make something up, I'm just like, you know, I'm probably gonna talk to you again because I don't like the way you made me feel. You made me feel uncomfortable with myself, and like,
oh my
you know,
gosh.
yeah, you know, something real soft and tender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know, I want to be like Bernie Mac with it. You know what I mean? And just you know, hammer upside your head type. You know what I mean?
Haymakers.
Yeah, you know, so you know, you know what I mean? Just let them have it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the kind where you get it to them and they're just like, I, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Gotta shake it off, shake it loose.
You know?
And then kind of rub the cheek like you just done cold blasted me like orange juice Jones.
So guys, real quick, our buddy, the trucker, our freewheeling cog trucker out there, he just raised his hand. He's got a question or something. Scotty, go ahead. Let it rip. What do you got?
Can you guys hear me good and everything?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm implementing like in July, if, you know, maybe we can get a few of us together to talk about demos and things like that. And doing something, I'm looking for an ORP reader and a light bulb reader and chest of chlorine and everything, the waters and the tea bag things and everything. But like on July 3rd and 4th, thinking about, you know, having a full work, baked beans, and coleslaw for vegetarians and chips. Water is on 3rd and 4th. Why not just Panama City Beach? Everyone's on the beach. Everyone needs some water. Everyone's down on thirst. Everyone needs to be hydrated. What better time to do it? Get there, sit there, get hydrated, have some good food to eat and everything. Communicate with others and watch the fireworks go off over PCB Beach. So that's what I want to get that out there and see if maybe we can get something together with it like that or something. Get in July, and I'm gonna be looking into we can get maybe a little condo room or whatever, so we all can sit up there and get our minds together and put our brains together, because you always know that one mindset is when you have more than one mindset, there's more ideas, right?
That's it. So, hey, and I think you'll get anybody on baked beans and coleslaw. That's where you got me.
You did.
And who don't like some cold barbecue pork, man?
Ooh.
We down here south, every time you go by a barbecue place, you got to stop at it. You just don't know about the Southern barbecue.
That's it.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, most of that. You ever talk to like, remember AOL back in the day when it was starting to dial up? You know. That's what it sounded like right now and everything while you're talking. So it's kind of hard to make out most of what you said, but I got get together, more than, you know, put your minds together, great things happen, and something about food. I'm all in. So, you know, you had me a hello. Definitely.
You know, so Rico, you know, we're about an hour in, so we're going to want to go ahead and end this thing, because if we leave them too long, people won't even listen anyway. But, you know, this has been a tremendous amount of fun, and I definitely look forward to having you back on again. But a big part of what we're doing here is I want to try and get people who resonate with each other to hook up with each other. And I ask a question from people, from everybody that comes in. I ask them, you know, if you had, 30 seconds at the grocery store line or something like that, you know, you've got just a real short period of time where you need to, like, you've got to get somebody, get their attention, get their interest, and you got to do it like stat. You know, what is it that you say to somebody? And somehow I kind of have a feeling you've already answered that, but I still want to give you the opportunity to say, hey, you know, what do you say to somebody when you only have a minute, you only have a few seconds in the grocery store line or something like that to keep their interest and get them to be curious about this water?
You know, I don't try to reinvent the wheel. The best thing I've ever had, that I've ever came across and everything, to say to somebody to go and break the ice is ask them, do you drink water? That in itself and everything has opened every single door for me. Now, I've done it in different ways. Like I've, you know, there'll be somebody they're having a conversation. He sounds very mad, you know what I'm saying, and upset. And I'll just turn around and look at him and be like, do you drink water? Like, you know, and then be like, yeah, why? You want some? You know, and they like, where you coming from? You know, or there'll be, you know, two girls talking and they're like, oh, my stomach's killing me. I feel like, you know, I got to ask you something. You're going to think this is the most craziest question, especially being that you probably got all kinds of guys coming at you all kinds of different ways. You know what I'm saying? You're attractive ladies, you know, and I just want to be that kind of guy and it just comes at you like any other man. So I just got to ask you, do y'all drink water? And you know what I mean? And next thing you know, they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, where'd that come from? And boom, now we're having a conversation. So make it simple. Do you drink water? Everybody drinks water. There's not anybody, even if the ones that are like, no, I don't drink any water. I only drink soda. Oh, okay. So you drink water that's been, you know, blown up with bubbles and has flavor to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you drink water. Yeah. You know, so yeah, do you drink water? Keep it simple. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just do you drink water?
I love it. That's the first time I've ever heard that one. You know, this is our 135th episode of this show that's been recorded, and that's the first time I've ever heard anybody say that. That's why that's one of my favorite questions. I love to get it in there, is that, you know, everybody has something different to say about that little, like, I gotta, you know, what am I going to say in 30 seconds? And I love that. I've got to roll with that one. You know, that's great because we all get to learn stuff from that kind of thing. And so that brings me to the to the final thing that I'd like to bring out in this. And then if there's any other comments or whatever, fine and dandy. But my goal is to get people who resonate with each other hooked up, so that, you know, if somebody is watching this show and they've just had an absolute blast with the fun and the giggles and everything that we've had, in all truth, we are having fun, because if you're not having fun, you're doing the wrong thing. And, you know, or you're doing something wrong. And we, you know, we do love to have fun doing what we're doing. And quite frankly, for me, I've never had anything that's more fun in my life than this company. But on the other hand, it can be kind of frustrating as well. But, you know, there might be somebody out there that watches this down the road, because these things are going to be available to be shared far and wide forevermore. And we just never know who's going to resonate with who. And somebody might watch this video and they're like, man, I love that guy. I want to hook up with him. I want to work with him. I want to get a machine from him. I want to, you know, whatever. And so the only way they can do that is if they can get hooked up with you somehow. And so I always ask everybody at the end of towards the end of the show to give out whatever kind of contact information they would like to give out. It's totally up to you. If you don't want to give any, don't give any. If you want to give everything, give everything.
Call me, email me, you know what I'm saying? Walk by me. You know, you see me in the store, grab my hand and turn me around. You know, whatever you got to do, get a hold of me. My name is Rico Robinson. You'll find me on Facebook, Rico J. Robinson. You can email me at justaskpapa@gmail.com. That's justaskpapa@gmail.com. You could also go and learn about the water on my website. It's enagicexpress.kongandemo.com. You can come see me. I'll either be at the Kangen store here in Albuquerque, Montgomery, and, you know, by Tim Baca, or you'll see it at the EO Alkaline store. EO is Eastern Oils of Albuquerque. It's 6320 Lynn Avenue Northeast. And, you know, definitely there because they got great stuff. Not only do we have the oils, but we have water too. So who says oil and water don't mix? You know what I mean?
That's it.
So definitely come down. And, you know, I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like I said, I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. If you have a question, you see me out and about, come up. You know what I mean? It don't matter what I'm doing. Hey, I saw you here. I saw you on there. I have a question. Why? Why? Tell me. I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, please walk up to me and say, I don't believe you. Please. I love that. Please. That should be an icebreaker for you. You know, how do I approach you? I don't believe you. Okay. Who said that? I'm like, perfect. Now I know it's you. I know you're talking to me, and we'll get together and we'll talk. You know, and I definitely will be back on this show as well. So in case you didn't get all of that, you know, reach out to JJ, you know what I mean, and get me back on here because I've got to talk to these brothers. And you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
I love it when you ask Big Papa, throw your hands in the air because she's a true player. See, you can throw that. I'll have my music cats put something like that together and just say,
exactly.
I love it when you ask Big Papa.
I love it when you call it Big Papa, needing water, super. No, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm here for it.
I'm with it.
Reach out to me. I definitely appreciate it very much, man. You just don't know. You don't know.
Hey, Rico, will you do me a favor? Will you either send me all those details, send them to me either through Messenger or post them in the comments on the Kong family page, one way or the other, because I'd love to include them into the comments on the YouTube video so that it's all there. If somebody wants to, once they watch this, if they do want to get a hold of you, I really want them to be able to do so. And that's a big part of what I'm trying to do here as well. Not only share stories, but I also want to hook people up with people that they resonate with, because who knows who this is going to resonate with as time goes by. And they might not be interested in me or Shawn, but they might want to hook up with you. And that's great, because ultimately for us, we just want people to have this machine. We don't really care where they get it from. We understand the laws of attraction and the laws of doing the right thing. And we believe that, what goes around comes around. And, so we're just here trying to help each other. It's like Shawn and I, we're not on the same team, but we're in the same league. And we're here to pass the ball around to each other and help each other out in every single way that we possibly can. And we extend that out to everybody that comes on the show. And that's always pretty much the last thing. I like to give everybody an opportunity to give all their information out. And then, one last thing, if you got any golden nugget, any dime you want to drop on people as one last parting shot across the bow, I'd love to have you roll with it, and whatever, and
lay it on us. Tell me something good like Rufus and Shaka Khan. What you got, big fella? Tell me something good. Tell me that you like it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all. Hey, listen. I may not be a cup of tea, and these gentlemen, they definitely are. This right here, if y'all seen this, if y'all watching this, man, this has only confirmed me to be even stronger, to be even more focused, all because of these gentlemen right here. So definitely y'all keep on tuning in, keep listening to them, and don't stop, man. And make sure you drink up, sip, get sippy with it and everything. Don't stop drinking, no matter what. I mean, don't make the mistakes I made, waiting and putting stuff off and everything, man, until, all of a sudden my gout got so bad I can't even walk, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Don't you have a conga machine? Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay, yeah. Don't make the mistake. Get it now. Don't wait till you can't spit anymore because you're so dry. And the only thing that you got is the bones. Oh,
like God. Tyrone Bigum's dry.
I love it, Rico, man. That was so fun having you on the show today. I thank you so much for coming in and blessing us with your presence and your knowledge, and it just love it. I knew this was going to be a ton of fun today. And you guys, we are the Kong family. We're here to change the world. And, a lot of people think that's crazy. They think that's an insane goal. They think it's not even possible. Well, guess what? We happen to know that it is possible. We're watching it happen every single day. And Shawn, how is it again? How is it we're changing the world?
Well, we're doing it and doing it and doing it well, like LL Cool J, but we're doing it one glass of supremely hydrating, oxygen-rich, hydrogen-saturated 9.5 at a time.
Boom.
That's all.
Amen, brother. One lightning bolt in a box, one incredible, awesome guest, one amazing family at a time.
That's it.
And, so we're looking forward to the next roll and the next time we get to do this. And Rico, you ever have anybody that you want to bring on the show? You want to come on and, announce something?
Bring it.
show us something. You know where we are. You just reach out and say, I got something I want to bring. I want to roll with it. And we're here. That's what we're here for. We're doing this, trying to do this 7 days a week, but at least 5 days a week. So.
And I'll hit you up on the backside too, big fella, because we gotta get down on it like Cool in the Gang. That's just
you got to be all in my inbox, bro. You know what I'm saying? We link now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We link. I'm not saying you were my sister, but definitely you close
in. Right.
You know?
Well, but I don't know, man, because I'm a good boy. I'm a good kid. The long and lanky, he come clean as a whistle.
You know what's funny? Look, I'm at 2% on my phone, man. This is perfect. Okay. I have not drained my phone doing anything better in a long time, man. This is nice. Cool.
Well, hey, in the essence of our conversation, man, let me wrap this up with a little but that's all, folks. You know? To stay consistent with Bugs Bunny theme. Hey, yeah, you've been solid as a rock like Ashford and Simpson, man. We're happy to have you on board. You're part of the Kong family now, big fella. So keep rocking it like Herbie Hancock, and let's look to dial in the near future.
Yeah. Amen, guys. As usual, do not forget your hugs, kids. These are really important.
Okay. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I'm in there with you.
I love you guys. Get out there, change the world, starting with your own.
And don't stop the music.
Some more fun.
That was it. Nice work, man. That might have been the funnest show we've done, man. I can't tell you if we've had one that's just made me laugh as hard.
No, dude, that was blast. I was just dying laughing through that whole thing.
No. Again, when you showed me that